I almost didn't make this video and even this channel. Not because I don't have anything to say. I've been studying this stuff and I've been meditating for over 20 years now. It's because every time I imagine talking about spirituality on camera, saying words like consciousness, the eternal, the soul, the ego, some part of me physically cringes. You know, the type I'm scared of becoming. The serene guy in the nice shawl who has supposedly figured it all out, floats 6 inches off the ground and has an answer for everything. He's not uncertain about anything at all. I don't want to be that guy. But I think the fact that I don't want to be that guy might be the only reason I'm allowed to do this at all. Let me explain. It's almost as if there are two people living inside me and they've been at war my whole life, long before any of this. One person is ambitious, who went to Yale, who did his CFA certification, worked in finance for 10 years, who wants to build something big, be recognized, be respected, make money, and shine. That part is loud and it's real. I'm not going to pretend it isn't. And the other person inside me looks at all this ambition and desire to shine and says, what's the point of all of this? And I mean that literally, not a depressed thing, as a thing I can't unsee. There have been many great men and women much more talented than me who have shined extremely bright and we hardly remember them. Alexander the Great, or even Elon Musk now. I mean, the biggest man alive. Give it a few hundred years, he's gone, forgotten, same as everyone else. And the second voice says, you are going to pour your one short life into shining brightly, and the light goes out, and the universe doesn't even blink. What's the point? And the part that took me years to understand is the actual topic and subject of this channel, Pet the Tiger. These two voices don't just disagree, they poison each other. When I chase success, when I'm grinding, comparing myself to classmates, building the empire, the second voice leans in and whispers, this is ego, this is vanity, it's all temporary. You're wasting your life on chasing air, just smoke, and the success stops tasting anything like success at all. But when I turn the other way, when I lean into the spiritual life, the meditation, the service, the surrender, first voice leans in and whispers, who are you kidding? You are rationalizing. You're hiding. You couldn't make it in this arena, so you're talking about this spirituality and calling this retreat enlightenment. Peace that I would have otherwise gotten from my spiritual orientation doesn't feel peaceful at all. Whichever way I step, the other half has already poisoned the reward before I get there. That's not indecision, that's a trap with a specific shape. And if you are ambitious and you suspect none of it ultimately matters, you might be living in the exact same trap. In fact, the most thoughtful, driven people I know are like that. They just stop having words for it. I want to tell you when all this stopped being an idea for me and became something I couldn't look away from. A few months ago, my brother went to bed at 11 o'clock as he does every night. But on that day at 11:10, he was gone. He died in his sleep. No warning, no illness, anyone caught in time, nothing. He was just gone. There's security footage of the last time he came into the house. And in that, he's doing the most ordinary things. He was trying to freshen up his cigarette breath before he walks in. And that's it. That's the last thing. A completely normal man, full of plans, with no idea that he had about 3 hours left on this earth. He wasn't thinking about eternity. He was thinking about cigarette breath. And then it was over. I'd known intellectually my whole life that it's all fleeting. But that night, I didn't just know it, I felt it. The war between my two voices stopped being a philosophy problem, it became the only problem. So I went looking, and I want to be clear about what I was not looking for. I wasn't looking for a religion to join. I wasn't looking for someone to tell me to give up this world, move to a cave, renounce ambition. I wasn't looking for someone to tell me that wanting materialistic things in life is a sin. I'm not built for that, and I don't believe it. I wasn't looking for the opposite either, the corporate version of it, where you grind forever and pretend that the inner conscience, the inner voice is just, a sign of your weakness. I was looking for something that would let both voices be true at the same time. And I found one place that does that. It's a 2000-year-old text called Bhagavad Gita. And here's the thing most people get wrong about it. It does not begin with a saying. It begins with a man named Arjuna having a complete breakdown on the battlefield at the peak of his life, about to get everything he's trained to, and he freezes. He can't move. He looks at the prize and feels sick. Bhagavad Gita is not written for people who have figured it out. It's written for person standing exactly where I'm standing, wanting to win and unable to shake the feeling that winning is meaningless at the same time. And it never once tells Arjuna to stop wanting to win. Which brings me back to the cringe, to being embarrassed to make this video. I used to think my doubt disqualified me. Who am I to talk about any of this, let alone Bhagavad Gita? I'm not enlightened. I want money and recognition, and I find half the spiritual world embarrassing, honestly. I've come to think it's the opposite. The fake guru's whole act is that he's arrived. The thing that makes him cringe is that he performs a piece he hasn't earned. So the discomfort I feel, the doubt, the cringe, the who am I to say this, that's not the thing disqualifying me. That's the thing separating me from him. I'm not going to stand or sit here and perform arrival. I haven't arrived. I am in the middle of the war I just described to you. What I can promise is this. I'm going to go through this text honestly, using the philosopher Sri Aurobindo as my guide, because I think he understands it more deeply than anyone, and I'm going to try to figure it out loud with you, whether it actually does what it claims, whether you really can chase the world fully and hold something eternal at the same time, whether the two voices can ever stop poisoning each other. I don't know yet. That's the honest answer. But I'd rather work it out in front of you than pretend I'm done. This channel is called Pet the Tiger. I'll tell you what that means another time. For now, if you've got both those voices in you too, you are in the right place. I'll see you in the next one.